foreperson. If you would stand and read your verdict, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Thank you. Juror number 1, is that your verdict? Juror number 34, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 35, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 14, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 17, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 27, is that your verdict?
It is, Your Honor.
Juror number 33, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 25, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 44, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 23, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 28, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for your time and attention to this matter this week. Our system of self-government would not work without your service and sacrifice that you've made. Thanks again for your time and attention. You are excused.
Jurors excused.
Mr. Johnson, the jury having found you guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As the 13th juror, I affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Before I get into the conversation and the reactions from Rollo, Young Dolph's baby's mother, I want to just give a perspective about Young Dolph and salute Young Dolph, because I'm not a fan of many individuals, but I was a fan of Young Dolph. And I want to give a little backstory, because I'm from Tennessee, and I think that this conversation will be good to some youthful individuals and some artists and some people that's trying to get into the hip-hop culture from my hometown. Like, not my hometown, my home state. I'm originally from Knoxville, but Knoxville has a lot of traits that Memphis has. It's a lot of, like, hating on each other, a lot of, not wanting to see each other evolve, and by any means type of mentality, I'm going to be on top and be competitive and be better than you. So what I want to say is that I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina now. And around the time when I moved here, it was around the same time that CIAA had their event. Me and my sister and her boyfriend, we went to the celebrity basketball game. Floyd Mayweather was there, Chris Brown was there, a whole bunch of other celebrities and females was hooping. So me, my sister, and her boyfriend, we left the game. Soon as we got near the car, we heard all the shots, the 100 shots. And we went out to eat after that, and we went home, and right when we got home, we seen on the news what had happened, how many shots was let off, and Young Dolph was in his Sprinter van, and he didn't get hit. I was happy about that. But then as I look on down the line, Dolph kept creating good music, kept doing his thing, independently, may I ask. I want to salute him for that. That needs to be saluted, and that needs to be highlighted, that he did it on his own without no record label or backing or whatever. He may have had distribution, but, he could have handled that on his own. So a few years later, he was in Los Angeles and he got shot. And I was thinking about how serious it was, and then the diss track dropped on Gotti, and I think that is like, to me, everybody talk about Tupac hit him up, Nas, Ether, and a lot of other diss tracks or whatever, but to me, Young Dolph's Play With Your B, that was the most disrespectful diss track of all time, and I was like, this is real. This is really real, authentic street music. Like, to me, the streets is dead. Street music is dead right now because the streets ain't what it used to be, man, and it ain't no loyalty in the streets. And I've been in situations in the streets before where people try to injure me, try to take me out, and I feel as if that, once that happened to me, my loyalty to the streets and loyalty to street activities and people in the streets, it died, and I just went the other route and became legal. But I want to salute Young Dolph for a few accomplishments and things that he did on his own as an independent artist without a deal. He turned down the $20 million. Salute to that. Salute to him purchasing real estate for his children for after he was not here no more, or if he wasn't hot in music no more, and he provided for his children. Salute. Coming up in those harsh realities in Tennessee, I look at hip hop like this. The only major black hip hop artist that came out of Tennessee, to be honest, besides what's going on now, during the time before Dolph and during Dolph, it was Young Buck and Yo Gotti. They was the only ones to really be major. I know 8 Ball and MJG was doing their thing and they was on Bad Boy, but it didn't look like it was beneficial financially for them. It didn't look like that to me. It just looked like they had a deal and they was being promoted. So Young Dolph was one of his kind, and to me, him and Project Pat, they my favorite 2 artists from the state, excluding myself, because I like the creativity that I like to create. But man, seeing that young guy get life in prison and thinking about the mentality of the streets, man, if you're in the streets, ain't no loyalty in the streets, man. People talk about snitching now. We see with YSL Woody. We see previously with 6ix9ine. We see how Gunna was saying, yes, ma'am, in the courtroom. Dog, the streets over. There's no loyalty in it at all. But I'm going to quit talking and I'm going to read out Dolph's baby mother's statement that she released recently, after the trial was over and after the young brother Justin Johnson got convicted for life. So the statement said, today's verdict brings relief and restores my confidence in the justice system. On behalf of my children, family, and myself, I would like to thank law enforcement, the prosecution, and everyone involved for their diligent work in presenting the facts that led to this conviction. We are also grateful to the public for standing with us and advocating for accountability throughout this process. The past 3 years marked by the loss of Adolph and the events leading to the trial have been incredibly frustrating. My faith has been tested, but Adolph's tragic execution has only strengthened my resolve to fight for justice. Not only for him, but for all black men. This is just the beginning of our journey towards achieving full justice for Adolph, and we will patiently support the unfolding of that process. Respectfully, Mia J. I heard a lot of people saying that full justice. What does she mean by full justice? Has it not been completely unfolded yet? A lot of people want to include Gotti in this, and I don't know how he participated in it or whatever, but he is the main head figure of the situation. And I don't like seeing no black men go to jail. I don't like seeing nobody die, though, but justice is justice, man. And how they did Dolph, that was disrespectful, man. He was doing a turkey drive to give back to the community where he came from. He was going to the store to buy cookies, man. He was vulnerable that day. I know being from the streets, you should never be vulnerable and you should never be caught slipping or whatever like that. But the streets is different, man. And this is just a tragic thing. But I want to play the clip of Rollo trying to understand the meaning behind this all.
How you could just be with a person today and wake up the next morning and be their biggest op. Like, bro, I ain't with the running off with the plug or stealing or robbing my partner or, breaking in his house or None of that type of shit. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, when and how the hell did that type of shit become cool? Like, what makes you happy being a grimy person? Like, ain't that cool about that? I mean, I understand it. You could put it in the context of, you know, cheating on your girl, and that shit is just totally different when you speaking upon violence. Like, how you gonna rob your man, or even, you know, be behind a nigga or hug a nigga and the next day you hate him?
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Like I said at the top of the podcast, man, ain't no loyalty in the streets. Ain't no understanding the perspectives of others and understanding what they going through and what they dealing with. It's like demonic, man. If you believe in God or whatever, the streets is demonic. People are struggling and suffering, and I see where Rollo was trying to take it to by trying to understand it. But him being a person that's been to jail, that has lost a lot of individuals. Y'all seen Trouble was in that picture that I played for that clip. Trouble died also by the hands of a dude in a disgruntled relationship with a female that he was sleeping with. Ain't no loyalty in that, man. People live and run off of emotions and feelings. And you can be controlled by your emotions and feelings and do some dumb shit, man. Rest in peace to Young Dolph, man. A Tennessee legend. I salute him. Condolences to his family, Paper Route Empire, his friends, the city of Memphis. You know, I feel as if that justice was served in this situation in court. And, you know, hip hop is in a place where people are, I don't normally cover cases, man, like the YSL case, a plethora of cases, man, people dying and all that type of stuff, though. But I felt as if this was necessary because this is from my home state, Tennessee. And Young Dolph is one of the greats, man. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to this episode. And let's further the conversation in the comment section with your boy, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. Make sure you go get you some money. And I'm gone. Chill.
On November 17, 2021, our lives changed forever. A son, a father, a brother, a friend, a businessman, a music artist, a philanthropist, and life partner are all among just some of the titles that my brother Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. held. Titles that have now left a missing piece in the lives of so many. I want to say thank you to the jury for their service and decision in this case to bring us one step closer to justice for our family, friends, supporters, and the community that has supported us during this time. Thank you to Judge Mitchell, Shelby County District Attorney's Office, including Paul Hangerman and his team, the MPD, U.S. Marshals, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and other investigators and staff that assisted us with this investigation and case, ensuring that those responsible for this crime and involved with this crime have and will be brought to justice.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.